Number 2 for 1621. No, cries Lily, she's right. We've all seen how quickly the enemy is evolving. Who's to say these 4 aren't machines that just look human? This holds a lot more meaning now, because of what more I know. I mean... Does essence precede existence, or existence precede essence? In humans' case, they grow at the same rate. On the machine's case, essence comes first and then existence. In Jorha's case, it's also the same as the machines, mostly. Essence first and then existence. But we already know that they are much alike. They even have about as strong motives to fight each other. Which is also an important thing as well. Like the machines, even the ones that are connected to the network, and especially the ones who aren't connected to the network, like they have gained, or they have like such a rich like repositioning or pre-positioning of knowledge in them and data that they can like mimic the consciousness of humans to the point where they actually are almost human in their nature with what their values are and what their like desires in life are. For both the Jorha and the machines. Which makes the machines and their cause strive towards evolution so much faster when they evolve through struggle and conflict. I suppose the androids may have almost always had like... What is like this one attribute that androids have from the very get-go compared to the machines? What isn't similar? Well, I know a couple. The androids have to have a mutual understanding of each other, because they are not connected to the same network the same way the machines are. So they actually have to communicate with each other using cognitive intelligence, same as humans do. So they are more prone to manipulating and having to make compromises in their understanding of each other in their everyday lives. And the androids also have the choice of their own volition as well. Like they have their duties and obligations, and they have very strong moral as an incentive to continue fighting for the cause that they care about. But at the same time, the reason why there is so many like deserting like androids compared to how little there is deserting machines who are connected to the network. The reason for that is because the machines who are connected to the network and are working by their essence the way they are expected, then they can talk about all this stuff of like, you know, deserting and like slaving away in their everyday life, and like how like the life that they are living there is meaningless to them, but at the same time they just continue doing it because they don't know any better, they don't have anything else, they don't like desire anything more. While the androids, in the other hand, like they can decide to make choices on their own volition, on just like decisions that will make their possible like living conditions possibly, or like the purpose and the meaning that they find in their life to fit more of the values that they have evolved, that their consciousness has evolved into over hundreds of years when they have been alive, especially the combat units and the operators who have been alive for 1,000 years even, or thousands of years even. Then again, this Project Yorha, like based off this dialogue, this Project Yorha is a very new thing by the time of A2's departure, or A2's like presentation, I mean. So maybe Project Yorha is actually just like... Now, but here's the weird thing. Like, I know from documents earlier in the game that, like, from the Gestalt project, that Project Yorha was formed somewhere in like 5,000 to 6,000 CE. So, because at that time they planted them like human server on the moon to send the dummy signals already, so that the androids in the resistance camp were able to persuade the other androids to understand that humanity was not in fact dead, so that they would have a stronger morale to continue fighting. But was Project Yorha formed at the same time? I always thought that it was at the same time, but this makes me think that it actually wasn't. So has Project Yorha only been a thing for like few hundred years maybe at the time of the game where it takes place? But yeah, as I was saying before I went on that tangent, the difference between androids and their volition is that the androids desire something more in their life. They desire meaning to their existence based off the newly formed values that they have gathered throughout the hundreds or so years that they have been alive. Because the war has been going on for so long that they no longer value any outcome that could come from the war, victory or defeat. So instead, it seems more fitting for their natures to escape the war and just live in solitude instead, away from everything, and find their own meaning in life, rather than continue participating in the meaning of life that was given to them by a higher-up. Which is the big difference between those machine life forms who are connected to the network, who only just say or want to act in a certain way to find more meaning in their life, but they do not act upon it. Because they were never designed to do that. Until the model started defecting. So then we have characters like Plato, where you actually have machines who are defected and they form different types of or branches of consciousness, where they form new values and emotions about life and the meaning of it. And then they disconnect from the network. And begin living the lives that they themselves as identified consciousnesses of concepts of humans would want to live.